Hi, Dave. That week kind of sucked. Um, yeah, U.S. colleges generally start late August, and at the very latest, like late September. Um, just because we generally all the schools are done for the summer months, which is July and June, and that's everybody from uh, preschool all the way up to college. Nobody really does anything during the summer unless you want to take like a couple extra classes to get ahead and things like that. So the Ithaca school probably won't be starting yet. I'm sure you could always look up their website and see when their fall semester starts. Um, People changing things last minute on you also really sucks. I don't blame you for complaining about that. That's actually the one thing I don't miss about school, because whenever I worked in groups, that always happened. People changing things without telling me, and I have issues with control. And so if somebody else changes something, if they just tell me, it's fine. It's like, okay, I can rationalize and work through that. But yeah, I really always hated that. I have my own thing to complain about. So, work apparently has really, really slowed down because the school year just started for local kids. So, no one's coming to Kima on the weekdays, which I completely understand. That's fine. Um, Yesterday, when I got to work, my boss had only made $121.11. And he audited the register and made sure that that's exactly how much was in there, blah, blah, blah. He'd only made that much money. And throughout the day, we didn't do any better. We really did not. And I was kind of annoyed because his text messages, that when I text messaged him we weren't doing well, his text messages back seemed along the lines of, you have to do it, you have to do better. Now, I know text message can be misread sometimes, like the tone, because it's only text. You don't know how someone's saying it. And I clarified on a couple of them just to make sure to see what he was saying. But one of them I did not clarify, and I really wish I had. I said the numbers are really bad. And his words were that if the numbers are really bad, we're going to have to start firing people soon. And that could have been taken one of three ways. It could have been sarcastic, like, well, I guess we're going to have to start firing people if, things are that bad. Or, we haven't been doing well lately, we're going to have to start firing people if things don't improve. Or, that could have been misconstrued as, I guess we're going to have to start firing someone, So that simple statement could have been taken one of three ways, and so I started to panic a little bit because I like this job. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but it's not rocket science, and I don't want my job to be on the line. There was just no one at Kima yesterday, and at the end of the evening, we'd made $520. So I made more in the 6.5 hours I was there than he did in the 4 hours that he was there. So there shouldn't be any issues, and if I were to lose my job over not doing well when I'm in charge, I would I would kick and scream. I would call, I'd file for unemployment. I would complain to the company. I don't know if I would sue, but I would definitely cause a fuss if I were to lose my job over not doing well on a Thursday when I made more money than the manager did. That being said, I was really, really pissed off last night. The two Ukrainian girls, they're the last of the Russians. I call them all the Russians, even though they consider that an insult because they're Ukrainian. They're the last two left, and they're going home on Monday, thank God. Last night they were pissing me off. I'm not a supervisor. Pretty much everything I do, I have to clear with Andrew. Sending people home, sending people on breaks, dealing with situations with customers. I'm not a supervisor, so I'm not authorized to do any of that. Technically, I'm not supposed to be left on the boardwalk by myself because I'm not a supervisor. I'm a lead, and in the rule book, it says that there always has to be a supervisor or manager on the boardwalk at all times. That's never the case. I understand why it's not the case, but never mind. So the girls, about 3 hours before they left, every 5 minutes, one of them was asking me when could they go home. Every 5 minutes. I understand asking about every hour, but they were asking every 5 minutes. And towards the end, I said, you know what, guys? I don't know. Because I don't know what time we should close, because I don't know what time it's going to slow down. I mean, it was already slow, but I didn't know how much more it was going to go down. And so I was talking to Andrew about it, and they got pissed off at me every time I was asking Andrew what I should do. And they were like, they were telling me there was nothing to be afraid of, that I could just send everybody home if I wanted to. I was like, no, I can't. And they were like, well, it's and they go, what time are we going to go home? And I said, I don't know. And they go, like usual. And I go, guys, I'm not a supervisor. I have to talk to Andrew about sending you guys home. That's not something I can just decide and not confer with him on. And one of them goes, well, it's just really frustrating not knowing what time we're going to go home. And I go, yeah, it is. I don't know if I'm going to go home at 10 or 2 every night. I never get to know when I'm going home. And then I was like, guys, just do me one more loop and then I'm sending y'all home. And they left and they slammed the door, and really they pissed me off. I know it's frustrating. I am so used to having a start time and an end time for when I'm working. I'm so used to that. And at this job, Elle has a start time on her schedule and no end time. And she doesn't get to know her end time because she's closing. So, I'm really glad they're going home on Monday, and I'm glad we'll have an all-American crew again. Except for Andrew, but he's working to get his green card, so I still consider him, all-American. So it'd be me, Andrew, Jamie, Brian. Jamie has a new job, Brian has another job and a little girl. Jared, Carrie, Winston. I think that's the whole group, and I think we're looking for more applicants, but, I think that'll be enough to get us through the winter. I really think it is. But yeah, I'm just pissed off. Bye-bye.